So let's drop in for a practice. We'll work with the 6 Fs. So, to the best of your ability, it's good to start with manager and maybe a firefighter part. Here, I want to plant that seed right out the gate. But if you end up with an exiled part, it's okay. We're finding our way back to the body. A big breaths filling the entire torso here. Maybe asking inside if parts will allow you the space to sink down into the body, into the torso and the limbs where that big breath is happening. And then allowing the breath to find its natural rhythm. Exhales, doing their own thing. The space between breaths as this opportunity to just stop for a moment. And as soft as you can be with the inhale, and being a little bit diligent about allowing that space. That space is going to allow us to regulate a bit by allowing the breath to regulate itself, which you're probably noticing doesn't happen all at once. It's a process of many breaths. And then we keep that spacious breathing and we bring the breath into the heart for a whole lot of reasons. We're investing breath and the awareness into the wellspring, the source of everything good. But we're also centering and anchoring in the body a little bit far from the head. Feeling the space of the body, the space of the heart. And allowing the face to soften, the belly and the pelvis to soften. The hands and the feet to soften. And just friendly reminder, you don't have to accomplish anything here. Whatever happens in this practice, I don't really believe there's a such thing as going backwards because we're always accruing more data, getting more information. In the journey of self-awareness, there is no wasted effort. And so either you have a manager or firefighter part that's on tap, kind of just already out and with you that you can begin to notice and focus on, or you'll need to find a trailhead by thinking of a situation in which a part of you got activated this week. And it doesn't have to be an extreme part. It could just be your taskmaster, your laundry lister. Okay, so take a minute to find a part. That's our first F. Flesh them out a little bit. So notice what they're like. Are they showing up as thought, feeling, or sensation, basically? Really focus there and find a way to send the message to this part. I see you. I hear you. I'm here with you. And can you notice if there's some sense of receptivity to your presence in the part? And then how do you feel towards this part? Our next F. How do you feel towards them right now? Be honest. And if it's not self, calm curiosity, compassion, and clarity. If it's another part, judging, critiquing, resisting, distancing, then ask that other part if they would please step to the side. And notice what it's like as that part begins to move over. And then we ask ourselves again, how do I feel towards this target part that I'm working with now? And if it's not the friendliness of self, can you ask whatever other part is there now, if they wouldn't mind just giving you a chance and moving to the side? And then check to see if there's a place inside now, a little spot that's maybe clear and open, or some warm, tingly, friendly feelings towards this part. Is that available anywhere inside? And you might have to ask a third time, will your parts please relent? But either way, we're now going to ask this part inside what it is that they need for us to know right now. Maybe they want you to know why they're doing their job, or how hard it's been, or what's triggering them so much, or something else. What do they want you to know? Just listen. And find a way to make sure they know that you hear them. And maybe it's enough to just hang out with this part. But I'm going to offer you some questions that you could ask this part inside. Such as, how did it come to be this way? Was there an experience you had where this part began doing what they're doing now? What's the earliest you can remember? Make sure you affirm this part. You can also ask, do they like being this way? Or do they feel like they have to be this way? Hmm. And is it ever exhausting for this part to be this way? And if yes, then can you in this part imagine a world where they didn't have to protect you or hold this pain for you anymore? What would this part of you rather be doing? Ask them inside. If given the choice, what would they want to be doing? You can celebrate the vision of whatever that is with them. And you can also let them know that's why we're here. That's why I'm doing this work, to create these sort of opportunities and options. Okay. Last question. And this really only applies if you have a defensive manager or firefighter with you, but it might apply for an exile. Is what does this part fear might happen if they were to stop protecting you in this way, or if you were to be fully healed? What do they fear might happen? And what that's giving us is an idea of where the work really needs to go, where the love, the self love really needs to go. And so you can thank them for showing you that. And if you have a sense of an exiled part, a wounded part present now, that's okay. That's normal. And so you can just acknowledge that part, let them know you see them, they're welcome here. We're going to continue. And we're just going to deeply breathe to reset the channel here. And you can ask your parts to just breathe with you, just sit on your lap and regulate, co regulate with you. So deep breaths through the nose, out the mouth. In through the mouth too is fine. Ooh. Ooh. Let yourself come all the way down. That's enough now. It's time to close the book. It's time to say thank you inside to all the parts that allowed this work to take place, or just made themselves known by blocking the work. Let's be real. And one real or fake smile at the end. If you don't relate to that at all, then don't sweat it, but just for the serotonin release. Om Namo.